I am just a guy who likes to play old video games, remind himself of his childhood, and the times he spent with his older brother, and just the good times. Hey everybody, welcome, and today we are going to be looking at the next game that I'm going to stream, because I finished the last game and I thought maybe it would be kind of a neat thing to do in between streams to talk about the game beforehand and just put it out as a video, so that later on if people come to the channel and they see this video, maybe they'll want to tune in for the live streams, or they'll want to go back and check out those live streams, which would also be pretty cool. So today we're going to talk about one of the absolute greatest, one of the best, most important in my eyes, franchises of the PlayStation 2, and that is this timeless classic, Ratchet Clank, which you can barely see because of the glare on the screen, I'm sure, but this game is by far one of my most prized possessions. I have had it forever. I don't know if this is the original copy that my brother bought when he was a teenager, or if this is a replacement copy that I had to buy later on. But I've literally had access to this game for, gosh, since it was pretty new. I think it came out, let's see, it should say here, 2002, and I'm guessing we probably got this game in 2002 or close to it. So now we're going on 23 years that I have loved Ratchet & Clank and adored them as a pair. And the beautiful thing about that game is that there's not just one game. It carries on. You have Ratchet & Clank going commando. You have Up Your Arsenal. And then that's like the original trilogy. There are other games. I don't have all of them, but I have two more. I have Ratchet Deadlocked for the PlayStation 2. And then I have Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. Now, I don't know how many more Ratchet & Clank games there are, but I'm looking forward to playing all of them. Now, I've completed Ratchet & Clank. I have beat the story mode of going commando, and I have 100%ed and played Up Your Arsenal over and over and over again. I just absolutely adore this game so much. But we have to start at the beginning with this precious little gem right here, because we gotta see how Ratchet and Clank meet, and we have to check out the way that things were in the very beginning. We gotta introduce a very eclectic cast of characters who are all very fun in their own right. The game is full of hilarious gags. It's got a little bit of potty humor to it, but there's just a lot of stuff in it that left lasting memories that I think have carried on pretty much all the way up to right now in my life, because I still I have the game Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart in my Steam wish list, and I haven't bought it yet, and I probably won't buy it for a while because there's some older games that I want to play first, but I cannot wait to try it. And on top of that, there are other Ratchet & Clank games that I still need to play. For example, I know there's a few on the PlayStation 3. I've played Crack in Time. I think there's one about weapons, and then I have so on the PlayStation 3 I have a couple. I have like a Crack in Time and All for One, I think, might be the only two I have on the PlayStation 3. I don't have any for PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, but someday I will have every Ratchet & Clank game, I hope. Now, I'm ashamed to admit that On this one here, on Ratchet Deadlocked, I've actually never finished this game. I've actually barely played this game, I should say. Now, if you're overseas, I believe this was called Gladiator instead of Deadlocked. Pretty sure. I could look that up and fact check it, but I'm not gonna, because it's more fun if somebody goes down in the chat and says, oh, well, actually, because then, you know, I get some engagement and we can have a conversation. It'll be really fun. Sorry, I'm just stacking my games back up here. Needless to say, the idea that, like, I'm gonna play through one of the greatest games of all time, in my opinion, and I'm gonna try, I would like to 100% it. I would like to get 100%. I don't know, though, if I want to dedicate to all the skill points and stuff like that, when I could just get all the gold bolts, beat all the story mode, upgrade all the weapons and stuff. That would probably, in my eyes, suffice as a 100% run. Big part of like every video game that I enjoy and that I like still have from when I was a kid, it's got a lot to do with my big brother. My older brother was the one who got the PlayStation 2. He was the one who like figured out what games were coming out and what was going to be cool and good. And, you know, he was older, so he was the one who would get money and buy the games and stuff. And, you know, we would sit down and play them together. Or if it was like a one-player game, typically being the little brother, I would just watch him play, which was fine, you know, like I was a little brother. That's just what you did. Like this game, this beautiful game here, I never beat it when I was a kid. I didn't beat it until I was an adult. Yet I beat Up Your Arsenal over and over and over again as a kid. And I beat Going Commando at least once as a kid. I think the moral of the story being that as games get more and more titles in the series, they tend to get a little bit easier, which some people hate. It doesn't bother me at all, as long as they remain fun. And these games are incredibly fun. So I just have countless hours of memories just going through this game with my brother and loving all the characters in it. And, you know, watching him gather up all those gold bolts and saving up bolts to buy things like the Rhino, which is just one of the coolest weapons ever. I remember watching him probably rage playing the hoverboard race with Skid McMarks, which I genuinely love the hoverboard races. I think that they aren't like, maybe they could work better. Like, they're not perfect. They're some people hate them. I think they're really fun. I think that there's a lot of stuff that goes wrong in them that's kind of like bullcrap, but it doesn't matter. I still really enjoy them, and I really love the fact that the cool, edgy sports guy in the game is named Skid McMarks. He literally is a joke about a shark, which is top notch. That's exactly the kind of thing I look forward to in my video games anyways. You know, it's just something cool I'm looking forward to. I really hope, and he might see this video, that sometime during the course of live streaming this game, maybe my older brother will see that I'm live and pop into the chat, because that would be a lot of fun. He gives me a lot of shit, likes to tease. You know, we're brothers. That's what we do. We fought like hell when we were kids. You know, I know that most siblings do, and God, when he moved out, I couldn't wait to have the room to myself, because we had to share a bedroom. And that first couple of weeks after your older sibling moves out, it's like, good riddance, fucker. But man, you start to miss them, and then you get along with them, right? Like you think you're never gonna get along with your siblings, and then adulthood hits, and they become somebody that you just really love to talk to. See, he lives now way across the country, and he's in a different time zone. He's pretty far ahead, and everything I do is typically late at night. So the odds of him getting to see it are pretty slim. But with all the memories that he and I have together with Ratchet and Clank, I'm hoping that maybe at the very least we'll see him in the comments section, probably chastising me about not being very good at the game, which will be funny. You know, everybody knows I got my skill issues, and that's cool. And if you're new and you don't know that I have skill issues, that's fine. You'll learn pretty quickly. I play these games because I love them, not because I'm good at them. And you know, it's not like I'm incapable of beating a game. It's just that I have ADHD and I get distracted easily, and it makes it really hard to finish a game. Most of the games I played as a kid were never finished because I just couldn't focus long enough to actually do it, and you know, would get bored and just switch. Even if the game was awesome, I would just get bored and switch. So yeah, it's kind of a lame thing that I would do. You know, again, I thought when I finish a game on stream, you know, I try to make some videos out of it and, you know, memories and stuff like that, which is gonna be what I try to continue to do unless the game sucks. Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly. I figured for a video before the stream starts, I'm gonna get the game, or, you know, however it takes. Some of them are gonna be digital because I just buy them on Steam or whatever, and just talk about it a little bit first. So if that's something you guys like, please let me know. If it doesn't hit well, maybe I'll just discontinue it. Who's to say? Who is to say? In the meantime, if you want to see the live stream, you want to follow me through this incredible game, then make sure you like and subscribe. Mostly subscribe. Turn on notifications so that you can come join the live chat and you can hang out with the likes of 46G and Hoboken Jimothy and Putrid Fox and Taylor and technically Tyra and all the other people that show up. Can't forget Ron Nato. He's a hilarious guy. He's a hoot. And maybe you'll see me rage at Little Bird when he says inappropriate stuff and tries to get himself banned from YouTube and reduce my subscriber count by getting all of his accounts banned that he decided to follow me with. But yeah, please feel free to join us. It's a hoot. We have a ton of fun. The live stream always goes for at least an hour, sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes a lot longer. I just usually will like start with a goal in mind, like I'm gonna finish this level. On this game, it would probably be like, oh, I'm gonna finish the planet that I'm on, or whatever, you know, chapter, I guess, is how they sort of lay them out loosely. So we'll do at least one of those a day, unless I'm extremely tired and I just can't do it. So hope to see you guys in those live streams. I hope to see you in the chat. Share your memories. Tell me if I missed something in the game that you know about. Tell me cool facts, and don't ever hesitate to say, hey, here's what you need to do to carry on, because we could sit there for hours while I try to figure something out. I am not a genius. I am just a guy who likes to play old video games, remind himself of his childhood, the times he spent with his older brother, just the good times. There's a lot more good times to be had with all you guys playing these old games. We'll see you in the live stream.